Next question is, when I talk on spirituality, why should I quote scriptures? That's not my knowledge. I have to speak based on my own knowledge. I should not speak based on scriptures. Is that a question? Correct question? Huh? Yeah. So my experience is direct and verified. Whereas scriptures, I don't know. I am not verified. It's a belief. Why should I speak based on the reference of the scriptures? So let us take my knowledge and my experience. The knowledge which I have gathered today is from the society. I call it society. Whatever conditioning is done by the society is what is your knowledge today. If I have to speak based on the knowledge which I have and experience of life, I can speak based on society knowledge. But definitely society knowledge does not include higher truths. So without getting a knowledge of higher truths, how I can speak about anything? I cannot. So listening to scripture, Shravana, Manana, helps me to get understanding of higher truths. That's why I have to listen to the higher truths. I have to get some fresh knowledge. Even though it's unverified, even though it's not my experience, I have to get knowledge. Otherwise, I can't move in a direction. Is it clear? Yeah. So, no. Here the question comes, the scriptural knowledge is unverified. I don't know. I have to believe and take it. Should I do that? Why should I do that? No. The scripture, see, everything in our life is a belief system. Somewhere we have to start, our action and motion starts with a belief. Without belief, there's no motions possible in life. Everything in life is unverified belief. Let us take example. I have a stomach ache. I want to go to a doctor. Whether doctor will heal me or cure me, how do I know? Unless he does. But to go to the doctor, I need a belief in the doctor that he will heal me. It's a chicken and egg. Unless I get experience, I will not go to the doctor. It does not make sense. So why do I go to the doctor? Because he is qualified. Some verification I do. Or somebody tells me that he is a doctor. Some amount of verification you do, and then I believe. Verification, belief is required with some verification. Then you will move. Otherwise, you will not go to doctor. Then you will die of stomachache. Right? Everything in life is like that. Some amount of belief, some amount of knowledge or verification from sources which help us to move in a certain direction. Now, scriptures also is like that. We have seen Mahatmas, saints, who are evolved, who recommend scriptures. Seeing their life, we get inspired. That's more like a reference to a reference. Or Guru, who speaks of scriptures, and I'm inspired with the life of Guru. So there is a verification there to the extent possible. Then I have to believe the scriptures will benefit me. The Guru says, I got benefited by the scripture. This is what I am. I see the behavior of Guru. I see his life. So that gives me confidence. Oh, the Guru is saying scriptures will benefit him in this way. So my belief is now not a blind belief. My belief is verified by the presence of the master who has imbibed that in life. So that becomes a faith, Shraddha. A blind belief will not take you anywhere in the world, anything in the world. But Shraddha can take you somewhere because now you get a confidence. The scriptures are for me. Scriptures are useful. Even though scriptures speak something which I don't have experience, scriptures give a roadmap. Roadmap is required for everything in life, no? If I have to go from here to, let's say, Chennai, I have not seen Chennai, but I need a roadmap. I have to believe the roadmap will take me there, no? I have to have some belief that somewhere I have to go with this roadmap. Otherwise, I will not look at the roadmap. Then I'll never go to Chennai. So always our life starts with a belief. A belief which is verified from authentic sources becomes a Shraddha, faith. So that Shraddha and faith will help me to listen to scriptures. Why should I listen to scriptures? Even though even though it's belief, is because of this reason. Is that clear? Otherwise, it's a chicken and egg story. Until I get my experience, I will not read anything. If I have to read, I have to have believe that I'll get the experience. So unless I experience I get it, I won't read it. So that's a chicken and egg, no? It's like saying I won't go to a doctor until he proves that I can heal. How will it happen? Nothing will happen. Always life starts with a belief. Verify the belief through proper authentic sources, references. Get a confidence that this belief is worth having. Then move forward. That's how we read the scriptures. Shraddha in the scriptures comes from two sources. One is somebody who is Gnani, whose life is a living embodiment of scripture, gives me confidence this will be also applicable to me. Then scriptures are written by many, many evolved people whom I have reference, whom I feel better than average people, better than common society, and I also see something valuable. So that gives me, from belief is converted to Shraddha, faith. Faith will help me to move. Blind belief is not required in scriptures. And most of the scriptures in Sanatana Dharma, they do not stress on the belief. They stress on clear reasoning. Vedanta appeals to your clear reasoning. It's not for a blind belief. If the reasoning applies to you, then accept it, no? The reasoning, like Avastatraya Prakriya or the Panchakosha Viveka, they are very, very logical. They're not asking you to believe. If you don't read Avastatraya Prakriya or don't get Avastatraya Prakriya, how will you get Jnana? Avastatraya Prakriya will help you to get Jnana. Avastatraya Prakriya does not say you believe. Avastatraya Prakriya says it's only taking your experience life and showing you what you are missing. So let me be very clear. The scriptures in Sanatana Dharma, like Upanishads and all, they appeal to rational thinking, not a blind belief. They teach you based on your own experience of life. They'll not say, because I say so, you believe. So I would say there are other scriptures, many, many scriptures, very holy scriptures, where they stress on the belief. Sanatana Dharma, scriptures in Sanatana Dharma, whereas Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad are all appealing to a rational, logical mind, not a blind belief. Sri Krishna speaks of 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, then tells Arjuna, Arjuna, I have told you everything. Now you apply your mind. Don't have to believe me. Don't have to accept what I say. What you think is right, you do it. So scriptures in Sanatana Dharma appeals to your reasoning, shows your own experience to your own light. So where is the question of blind belief here? Where is the question of third party experience here? Scriptures are telling you your own experience. Avastatraya Prakriya is saying your own experience of waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. You're not speaking of somebody else's experience when you speak of Avastatraya Viveka. So they do not confuse the scriptures. Scriptures are two types. One is belief-based system. They are called religious scriptures. Sanatana Dharma scriptures, which are rational, which take your own life experience and teach you what you are missing. They are rational systems. They are not blind belief. Only thing is you need a faith to start working on them. Is that clear? So also, the question is, if it's not belief, my experience, why should I speak about them? Why should I give a reference to them? Very simple question. Sanatana Dharma speaking of your own experience, your own waking state, dream state, deep sleep experience, and telling you what you are missing. Where is the problem? You are quoting it because some authority has found it and you are using it. That's why you're quoting. You're not quoting because of authority. You are quoting because you find relevance in the logic Relevance in description. Avasthatare prakriya, if it applies to you, why not quote it? Also, you have to understand the method of spiritual journey. The spiritual journey, right now, our mind is cluttered with the worldly knowledge, social conditioning. To come out of worldly knowledge, we need a higher knowledge. Higher knowledge of scriptures. So the knowledge of scriptures I get from guru or master, that's called indirect knowledge. It's called parokshadana. When you contemplate on the parokshadana, you'll get aparokshadana. Parokshadana on the scriptures of Sanatana Dharma is not about believe me, I am great. Scriptures of Sanatana Dharma is believe in yourself. You are the self. This is your experience. What you are making experience is pointing out. It's not focusing on belief. It's focusing on your experience of life. You have waking state, dream state, deep sleep experience, and you are missing one experience called Turiya. So that is being pointed out. What you are missing in your own life, missing your own understanding of life. It's only correcting your understanding of life. So that's called parokshadana. Without parokshadana, how can I have direct experience? Because I don't know what I don't know. There are knowledges of three types. So one type of knowledge is I know, but the world does not know. I know I'm smart, but the world does not know I'm not smart. Second type of knowledge is I don't know, but the world knows about me. The world knows about me. This fellow is a constant cribber, negative person. I don't know, but everybody says about that. The third type of knowledge is I don't know, and I also don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I don't know. The scriptures are bringing out, I don't know that I don't know. If you don't listen to somebody, how you know something about it? If you don't know that Turiya is there, and you don't even know that such thing exists, somewhere you have to get higher knowledge, no? And when you get higher knowledge, you have to have a reference, no? Quote somebody, no? So that's why we quote scriptures. And there's another reason why I should quote scriptures. Okay, there's a reason for that. When somebody says something, okay, I say something, it becomes my personal knowledge. The scriptures are universal knowledge, not a personal knowledge. It's applied to all humanity. So many rishis have worked on that. Their statement is universal. I quote that to show what I am speaking and my experience of life is in tune with the universal experience. To give a authenticity that what I am quoting is not personal experience, is a universal experience, which I am also experienced. This is what is the truth. Others, what will happen? Everybody starts speaking of personal experiences. Your personal experience, my personal experience, what is irrelevant to me? I am interested in universal experience. To give a authenticity to the universal experience, you give a reference. This is the method of science. In science, somebody comes and discovers something. He'll not say, I discovered it. He gives a reference. These 10 scientists discovered, I discovered this new thing or added this. Previous work which is done is quoted before you say your thing. In tune with this. Somebody comes with a very fantastic new theory. Nobody will accept in scientific world. It's your imagination, they'll say. He has to give a reference with respect to what has happened, where I found new, what is wrong with the earlier thing. Spirituality or Sanatana Dharma is exact science, spiritual science. I can give a reference of all earlier discoveries. Rishis are spiritual scientists. Their discoveries I give. Then I say, this is my understanding. This is where I differ, or this is what I understood. That's why we give the reference. Otherwise, spirituality becomes a personal journey. Spirituality is not a personal journey. It's impersonal and universal journey. Reference is given to understand, make you understand that it's universal journey. So, what is wrong with giving a personal experience? What is wrong with giving a personal experience? Your personal experience is not relevant to my personal experience. We have only reference, only if it's a universal experience, I have some relevance, interest in you. Otherwise, what is the value of your personal experience? What is the value of anybody's personal experience? If it's universal value, then I want to, oh, it's universal value for you have found a universal value. Is somebody else also found that? That's where I want to ask for a reference. I'll give you a story which happened in Japan. Back in 2000, there was a very famous person. He called himself a guru. He said he's enlightened. And then he proclaimed that, I think around year 2000 or somewhere, 2010 or 2012 or some time, the world will end. So, and those who come with me and commit suicide, they will go to heaven. Or the world will end and all the people will go to hell. Many people committed suicide with him. Now, the question is world will end his personal experience? Why should I believe it? If we go by personal experience, every lunatic, every mentally deluded person, for that matter, every person has their personal experience. How many personal experiences I should follow? I am looking for a higher truth, which is universal experience, for which I need a reference. That's why I refer to Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. Is that clear? Now, there's actually another level of safety built in Sanatana Dharma. So, Sanatana Dharma, the teaching is Guru Mukhena Guru Mukhatah Vidya. You have to learn scriptures from the master. Okay, you can get Atma Dhyana from a master. And what kind of master? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam, one who is well versed in script, well versed in Shastra. And Brahmanishta, he himself is establishing truth. So this is a double check. Brahmanishta means enlightened one. Anybody can claim enlightened one today. Today, internet is there, Facebook is there, Quora is there. Everybody can come and say, I am enlightened. What stops from anybody saying enlightened, declaring enlightened? How do I trust anybody? That's why Sanatana Dharma gives a double check. Somebody who's enlightened, he should be able to live a life of enlightened life, which you should be able to see. That's why a living master is required. Living master means not one who is breathing. Living master means one who is living the truth of scriptures is required. Second check is, he's not only living the truth of scriptures, he is able to speak the science of spirituality, which is Vedanta and Upanishad, which is many rishis have discovered, that he is able to tell. So his individual experiences he is living, and universal experience he is able to explain, and he walks the talk. This double check is required for giving me confidence. This gives me faith, Shraddha. Any questions from anybody? Purnima, Satyavati. So this is compared to any other scripture. It's a very different approach. Any other scripture says, believe me. Sanatana scripture says, believe in scriptures, but understand the scriptures are not telling anything new to you. They are pointing out what you are missing in your own experience of life. So believe in yourself. Second thing is, understand the scriptures from a master who is living the scriptures. So double check is given in Sanatana Dharma. Yes, Purnima, Satyavati, any question? Is from social knowledge to the spiritual knowledge to the self-knowledge. Social knowledge does not help us. Spiritual knowledge in terms of scriptures and teaching of master helps us. It's called Paroksha Dhyana. Then it relates to self-knowledge, my own wisdom. Without getting Paroksha Dhyana, if I am thinking that I'll get Aparoksha Dhyana, it's false. Because I'll just take social knowledge and think that I'm enlightened. Okay. If there are no questions, I'll close this session, question answer session.
But yeah, it is like once we know the scriptures, we see our guru or any person is abiding by the, we evaluate him according to the scriptures, that is a Sthita Pragya, we'll get more faith in the guru. And then the experience of the guru will actually help the seeker.
Correct. That's how it is. It's a double check. Don't just read the books. Somebody who leaves the books. So then you get a confidence that I can also leave this teaching of the books in my life. So books or scriptures are guide. Master is a living example. Together gives you confidence that I can leave this. Others what will be a very theoretical, very books are saying that it may be possible for 1 in million or something like that. So you understand your master is a very ordinary person. If he can understand and leave it, also I can do it. Is that clear? And then I'll close it. Okay. Back in 1940 and 1950 times, Olympics was happening. In Olympics, running a mile in 4 minutes was considered impossible. 1 mile in 4 minutes. All medical research had been done. So they prove that human body is not capable of running 1 mile in 4 minutes. Lot of social knowledge is there. 1 minute cannot be run in 4 minutes. 1 mile cannot be run in 4 minutes. There is one person who said, I want to break this. And for up to 1950, nobody had broken the record of 1 minute for 1 mile for 4 minutes. One person said, I'll break the record. What he did, he split the 1 mile into 4, 1/4 mile, 1/4 mile, 1/4 mile, 1/4 mile. Each 1/4 mile he ran in less than 1 minute. So then he got a confidence that I'll run 1 mile in 4 minutes. And he broke the Olympics record. The beauty is, once one person broke the Olympic record, hundreds of people broke the record. They saw one example of life. So seeing a living example gives you more confidence and breaks your all false belief systems. Seeing a living example of a living master gives us the confidence that the truth I also can realize. More than scripture, living master is the scripture. But Sanatana Dharma gives a very, very fine double check. Somebody can claim I am a living master, but is he living master? His teaching and life should be in tune with the scriptures. So both double check is required. Otherwise, anybody can claim I am a living master and fool people. Is that clear, Ashwini?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. With that, we'll conclude. Why believe in scriptures? I have given it clear. Why believe in scripture? Why quote scriptures? I have given it understanding, my understanding. Hari Om.